Welcome to the second episode of Tech Talk with KD. First of all, thank you so much for such a warm response on the first episode. We spoke about the basics of ECM in the first episode. Let's go a little deeper into it now. If you want to take a look at the first episode, please check the link in the description and the comment section. Let's take a look at how the real life applicability of ECM is within organizations. Let's now go a little deeper into some use cases, both horizontal as well as vertical. ECM is a dominant player in the regulated industry. As a matter of fact, there is no industry which is not regulated, but it's only the degree of regulation that matters. For example, pharmaceutical and healthcare, aviation, oil and gas. These are highly regulated industries, followed by government, banking and finance, telecom, etc. Let's take an example of the pharmaceutical industry. According to me, pharmaceutical industry has the most stringent of audits when it comes to documentation. Do you know today, a drug takes 12 to 14 years to hit the market? This used to be anywhere between 18 to 22 years when ECM was not in use. There are various regulations within a drug manufacturing life cycle which the regulators like FDA regularly check. There are surprise audits by authorities, and the ECM system helps keep these checks and balances with tight control on accessibility and visibility of the documents to the right set of people with the right kind of roles, and also in a time-bound manner. To understand the extent of regulation of a few features that are required for a pharmaceutical industry, I'll give you 2 or 3 features. Let's take example. Audits including features like controlled printing. Now, every print that you take in a pharmaceutical industry with regards to an SOP, there needs to be a control of it, there needs to be a count of it. So it requires control on the number of printing documents along with a higher authority approval, when the print is going to go. So if somebody needs a print, there needs to be a count which should be available for the printing. There needs to be an extensive audit trail of who has viewed or edited the document and when, along with watermarking and applying electronic signatures to the document. Even when the printing is happening, you require watermarking as to when it was printed, who printed it. There are a lot of regulations with regards to that. This is required as a proof of process governance. SOP creation is a highly governed process. This is actually true for all manufacturing organizations. It actually uses office templatization and metadata synchronization with Microsoft Office and all those kind of features, which we actually spoke about in the last episode as well. These were earlier customized on ECM platforms, but are now available as pre-built solutions. Now, coming on to government vertical. Government vertical actually talks about paperless office. Government vertical talks about e-office or office governance. We can talk about in detail about the government vertical for e-office as well, but that would require another episode in itself. So kindly let me know in the comments below if you want to hear it from me. We will definitely make it a point to address that as well for you. Now moving on to the financial industry. Now financial industry, be it the insurance, the banking sector, they have a lot of KYC information for all the customers, for me and you. And these KYC documentation are being stored within the ECM. They are integrated with the core banking or the core insurance systems. So for example, when you go to a bank and they pull out your signature, I know a lot of banks who have integrated their core banking systems to check your signature. So every time they pull out a signature to match with your check, it is being pulled from an ECM system. every time they are checking your passport or they are checking any of the KYC information of yours, it is coming from the ECM system. Not all banks do it, but most of the banks have an ECM integrated along with their core banking system. Same is the case with the insurance industry as well. So we saw some verticalized use cases for the pharmaceutical, government, financial sector, but there are horizontals as well. We spoke about in the start that we will talk about both vertical as well as horizontal. Let's take a look at some of the solutions which are horizontal in nature, which will cut across the organizations, cut across the domains, and are essential for each and every organization today. One example would be the HR department, the employee records, the hire to retire workflows, policy creation, which we spoke about in the first episode as well, linking to the SOP and the templatized creations. All of it creating a complete controlled environment for the HR and giving the visibility of the documents to the employees of the organization. That is one horizontal use case. Another very popular horizontal use case is the vendor invoice management, which requires a very tight integration with the customer's ERP, whether it's an SAP or an Oracle or any third-party ERP. Talking about integrations, we spoke about a few integrations earlier, like the integration with the core banking and the financial systems. Likewise, integration with your ERP or CRM system is also required. A direct linkage of your documents which are getting uploaded from your ERP should actually reside in the ECM system, and then categorize in the ECM system as well, because you have a lot of workflows which run in the ECM system for the documents which are being uploaded in your leading application. So not only your ERP or CRM, there are different applications within the organization which you create which require documentation, the backend for which is going to be your ECM system. There are ECMs in the market who have a very tight integration with vendors like SAP, Microsoft, Oracle, who are the major players in the ERP and the CRM game. So guys, we spoke about a few horizontal and vertical and a few integration use cases. I'm sure there are many more. I would want you to write in the comment section below which other use cases you want us to talk about and dig deeper into. We will definitely try to do it. For now, thank you for tuning in to Tech Talk with KD. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, #TechTalkwithKD. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.